the upside gave you? That should get him talking again. Listen, GJ runs money between our network and that Epsilon guy, Chris Fromage. We're supposed to make the drop of freshly laundered bills today. We gotta recover the guy and the money if we want to get paid and make this thing go away. So you find this guy, the better our pay. Access to all my shit. If I fuck around with GPS too much, you'll realize something's up. So if you solve this stuff on your own, you can have a cut of my pay. Gotcha, boss. Give me 1 second, I'll see what I can do. Okay, you seeing that? Should give us more of an idea. You found GJ yet? There's no way he's walking far.
What's the problem? Thanks.
There's our boy.
Hey, let's not hang around. Before you come at me, I didn't tell those guys about you, or Rat, or Epsilon's dodgy cash shit. I swear on my dead mom's life. I told them where the money was to stop them from killing me. Be careful at the lockup. Those guys went straight for the cash after they were done with me. Oh, we're gonna make it! Thank you. And thank Rat for me, okay?
You seen the lockup on your GPS? That's where GJ stashed the cash. Remember, those guys who jumped GJ can be there already. Don't let them get to you, too. Between me and you, Epsilon have been funneling money through Mr. Faber's network for over a decade now. This cash you're going after, it's a drop in the ocean for those crazies. Epsilon sent someone to collect the cash. I'm waiting at that location. That's the last one. Almost there, boss.
Kiflom.
Kiflong, or whatever the fuck Epsilon says. I don't know, not my thing.
and 99% don't get
That
off their
car's
ass, we'll all be fucked.
Hey, great hair! Absolutely!
Hi, yes. I'd like to check on the status of my implant outsource audition.
Who is this? Helen, are you the Gta5 one or the one with lopsided tits? Oh, right. Nose job, Helen. Listen, I may be an asshole, but this asshole makes $6,000 an hour.
I can't hang out tomorrow. My brother's getting out of jail. No! It's not a banger. He's in for civil liberty. Ah, damn! Good job. It's okay, don't talk about it.
Don't even go there.
Oh, shit. Nice ride, big homie.
You see those guards? Dealer's choice. Pick one and drive. Alright, I popped some prescription amphetamines, chucked a fresh cup of the black stuff, and man, I am laser focused, baby, ready to go. So let me get one thing straight. There's no competition for Mr. Faber's network. None. But there are groups of confused people who think Los Santos has a free market, and I like to make those people go away. That is what we're doing today. Got some new guy running dirty cash around town, thinks he's hot shit, so we're gonna find his people, shake them the fuck up one by one. That's how we get their boss out for a little, discussion. Call me precious, but by scaring these guys off, we're future-proofing our pipeline. And a smoother pipe means better pay. Restaurants here to blend funds, so this seems like a good spot to scope out. If I were you, I'd go old school on their asses, brawl it out. Guns will attract cops, and we don't want that kind of attention today. Hey, listen, leave one guy alive in each place would be the best strategy. The sooner we find out who's the
You're
boss.
fucking down! What the hell, asshole? You are a real piece of shit! Armenians don't play, asshole! You are a big stinking asshole! Little home! What the fuck? Am I fucking high or what? Asshole! You piece of shit! Come, you pissed off the wrong Armenian! I need cover! Come on! No way! Douche! Oh! Keep me covered! Now we go to war! Ah! I gotta reload!
There they go.
Back it up!
You shit eater!
No surprise the shop's a Seven Alley full of dirty cash from time to time, and you can bet these guys are involved.
Get out of here! It's on! Shit! You asshole! Everyone, back up! Mommy! You are what, asshole! This is incredible!
Bye. Look, it doesn't take a genius to realize that Gta5 are up to some shady shit. Bet they're working with these guys to blend some cash.
Hey, you're not allowed in here. Fuck! Come on, then. You ain't going nowhere. That's all I know. You got us hard.
And they're off. Plans all coming together.
Over here.
Listen to me, you little fuck you! You with that fucking DeAngelis prick? I don't know who he works for, I don't give a fuck, but no one messes with my shit! You wanna do this? Huh? La Puerta Apartments, the construction site. I'll be there.
I played it cool with Mr. Faber on the phone this morning, but honestly, this whole thing's taking my serotonin. I did also take a bunch of pills and Madrazzos last night. Man, that Patricia's a wild card. But I'm like 90% sure this fucker in Little Soul is the problem. Alright, he's somewhere in that area.
bitches! Holy shit!
I played a cool Mr. Favor on the phone this morning, but honestly, this whole thing's tanked my serotonin. I did also take a bunch of pills and Madrazzos last night. Man, that Patricia's a wild card. But I'm like 90% sure this fucker and little soul is the problem.
Where is my cover? You ain't going nowhere. touch it! Ah! I gotta reload! You sons of bitches! Cover me, you assholes! Oh, fucker. Let's get back! You gotta man down! Stop it! Stop! Now we go to war! Yeah! Give it up! Get closer! You fucking idiot! Ah! Die, you fucking idiot! Oh! You piece of shit!
Hey, you want to get funky? Bet they got explosives around the site.
This is happening! You ain't going nowhere! Enough of these assholes! Cover! Now! Shit! They got him! Someone find cover! This is the biggest mistake of your life! I bet you think you're a real fucking hard ass, don't you? Find cover! That's the best you got? Got your mind! Stop dying! I have to run! You piece of shit! Find some cover, you idiots! Get up! Get the fuck out! Die, you fucking prick!
And that is the cost of doing business in Los Santos, ladies and gentlemen. Now you better get the hell out of there.
You asshole! I gotta reload! You're dead!
One more asshole put in his place. I mean, we killed him, obviously, but I like to think he learned an important lesson in those final moments.
Hello?
What's cracking, bro? I am at the gym. Oh, shit. You got some of that? Ooh, wait. Let's go play golf this weekend. You know I ain't mean to, but fuck it. Hey, it's one more little thing I gotta do, brother. Nah, fuck that shit. I'll fuck them later.
What you carrying lately? So what you looking for? Keep your eyes open.
Buddy. Hey, man.
Do something with your life.
Whoa! Messed up.
Knowing we dealt with the competition, man, I feel like I can finally relax. But just in case, I also popped a few to loot them all. So I'm gonna get real loose.
Hey, boss, you ready to work? Got a problem that needs our attention. Send you the cords, check them out.
motherfucking car crash. Right? You owe me $20.
Sounds good.
I knew it was you. I finally...
Might be, man. Eat it, asshole! What the hell?
The cop sees the hell you bars. Trust me, to say what's inside is incriminating is a huge understatement. We need to get it back.
Right, tighten. 1440 at 120 Hz and 60 Hz. It doesn't do anything else. No HDR, Dolby Vision or 4K. Look, we knew all of that already and wouldn't expect it at this price. Now, one of the reasons I picked up this monitor is because it's cheap, it's in smaller boxes for a fair comparison, and it's got a lot of positive reviews on Amazon. But there was one comment I saw mentioned quite a few times, and that's about it not being able to run 1440p at 120Hz via HDMI. Well, I can say this monitor does work at 1440p and 120Hz on the PS5 as well as
There are several infractions bugs over here. Now that is gonna lead to trouble.
Get out of here! This is Brock!
I need to reload.
You're dead!
So in case you didn't notice, this is the course top still super dark tail should have had reducing reflections in fact, the reflection handling on it is very impressive. It's a reflection demonstrating that it is not natural consistent. Games or sources that support it will run even smoother than they would at a locked frame rate. And talking of VRR, I know some monitors have had issues in the past with VRR flicker, but ROG have said they've addressed this with something called the OLED Anti-Flicker 2.0. This is designed to minimise the screen flicker by up to 20% when compared to the previous panels. How effective this is comes down to the games that you play and how sensitive you are to it, but any improvement is great to see. Now, I was able to play games like The Last of Us on the PS5 Pro, and seeing how clear the image was, as well as it running at upscaled 4K and 120 FPS was incredible. To be honest, there wasn't a game that I tested that did not look good on this screen. And although this monitor does support up to 4K, it still works at 1440p and even 1080p if that's what you'd rather run at. It also works flawlessly with the Astro A50X base station, so we're getting the full pass-through with no loss in features at all. Now, not only does this monitor offer HDR, which means games and movies that you watch that support it will look awesome, it also supports Dolby Vision. You can enable this in the settings on the monitor, and it now means if you're playing content that does support Dolby Vision, you're going to get, in my opinion, an even better image quality. Now, I actually normally play on a 32-inch OLED, but I feel that the 27-inch is probably the ultimate size for FPS games. I'm not saying it helped me in Black Ops 6, but I did alright this week. But what do you think? Is 27 or 32-inch the best size for FPS games? So I know primarily you're going to use a monitor like this for PC or console.
What do I need help with? I don't play the game, mate. How do I know?
It's just that it makes it, I'm on the other line.
What are you going to do?
Back this in the end and watch.
You've got to back it straight to the... There's got to be a certain way you do it. So...
See, I know it says connect the helicopter.
Select the helicopter. Which, is there any other helicopters?
Yes, there's this one, but I spawned that one in here, what I did. I spawned this one in.
I don't understand. I didn't play.
Yeah. It says up there.
Exit the vehicle within the play this.
Exit it, look what it says.
Yep. It's obviously if I can play enough, because that's... You can't get that other one or anything else. You can't do anything else.
I can't.
That's where you have to drop it. You don't drop it in somewhere like this.
Oh, just the other market there.
Understand, mate? So I don't play it, so I don't know.
No.
You don't have to drive it, listen. Yeah. Stop. Turn so you can see. Don't have to drive in here and park along that red bit, or doesn't really matter.
And if I moved here, I might have to hold on.
I don't know, mate.
When-
Switch off in the settings. Now in the box it does come with a stand. It's got these metal feet and a plastic arm, and it does pretty much everything that you need in terms of just up and down, and it will even swing side to side. But if I think you haven't used the monitor on your new cap, it's what you have to say, and that's what I've used today. You can't really lights on that, but it's also pop-up like this. Now, caffeine is considerable buttons on. You'll have to do it over the minutes of the waiting to grab my possibilities. For example,
The one and only. This is just about the best gig I ever had. Sure as hell beats the Army. I listened to a lot of Dre when I was on tour. Shit kept me loose, you know?
Hey, Bacon Salad Tours. Another asset in your laundering empire, huh? Plenty of opportunities for a pilot. You can fly, right? You know, I should have asked you that first. Well, if you own any of the helicopters and need a lift, you can request them to arrive at the premises. Okay, bye, love you.
You're fine, right? Sure.
No remarks numbers. Bob. 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 Bob.
Setting up the stand and a colour calibration for each of the factory. Complete with an HDMI 2.1 cable, Type A cable, a DisplayPort cable, and a USB Type-C cable, as well as these little plastic covers which you can use to change the LED logos on the stand. It's actually really good to see a monitor that comes with pretty much every cable that you need to get up and running, something that we don't often see from other manufacturers. Then there's the usual paperwork and some ROG stickers, and we have a power cable and a power brick with the ROG branding on. And then we've got the stand here which comes in two parts, which I will show you how to make this up a little later. Right, let's get this monitor out of the box, and already just by taking it out you can see how big this thing is. Now usually I would fit my monitors to a monitor arm, as the one that I'm using from Secret Lab will easily carry the weight of this screen. But today I'm going to stick with the provided stand, as it gives you a chance to see what it looks like in the setup, as well as how much flexibility it has. So it comes in two parts. We have the metal feet and the rear piece, which gives us all of the movement. Firstly, we need to attach this piece to the back of the screen. It's quite a clever design, as you don't need any screws or tools. Then take the feet and attach that to the bottom and fix that into place using the inbuilt screw. There's also this little plastic adapter for the lighting effect, which I'll show you how it works later. But for now, we just clip this onto the bottom of the stand, and that's it. We're done. You can now pick it up. And of course, if you grab a look into the provider stand, which on for the reason this adapter instead, it's effectively makes it best compatible with the language of the best of all. Here, using this so if I set up for about 6 months, do you know what? This looks even cleaner when it's on the bar. Now it's forward to just this up like has that game custom piece that goes into black, orange, black, and of course a huge orange LED logo in the case. It's arguably gives it that futuristic game look that standards brilliant. It's pretty sharp to all the internals mounted in here, but I am a huge fan of how thin the actual screen is. And look how smooth OLED panel is actually with the lap. It's a switch how curved it's different and everything the art, but I can tell it's a good connection as for the screen itself. Let's choose that flexible screen. But underneath that we have the orange logo that shines red when it's powered on. Projects the orange logo onto your desk. And you can actually swap these out to different styles, that's the adapter. Or you can say these are built-in settings, you can have it off. And behind this orange logo, you'll find the power button and the controls. So there's a joystick button and a plus and minus button, and it's called. So navigate through every screen. As for the screen, it's got a 34-inch ultra-wide OLED panel and 3440 by 3240 resolution. This thing wraps around its head and up there. Just look at it and see how close it is to the super ultra. Now, one of the biggest advantages of using an OLED panel by the same resolution as with OLED screen, and that is the contrast levels you're going to get. On top of that, it's 20/24 inch OLED panel. Firstly, orange. How can you put the panel of applications in the right zone? This really shows us when running at 65 drivers hasn't quite nothing to do with it. Test the I've seen range 500. Which will also improve the lifespan of the screen as well. Now, this really got really fantastic. It's also quite a small anti-black coating and sequence looks incredible. I'm talking about anti-black, which is probably just what it is. It's kind of what we used to see in the early models. It does a great job of using for reflections. Of course, firstly, I think it's a compromise what you make it. And definitely one of the best features that I've seen on the photo. In fact, it just highlights any contrast at all. And that's thanks to that boosted brightness. It also doesn't stop the colours from popping through. I think, like I said, PCI P3 color canvas and there's no intense okay, so you can see what was actually but the last one I feel different slide around the photos and they've also got an ultra wide resolution and so as this process goes up to the super so it goes up to 1440p and it is incredibly smooth if you compare that to our G7 F3 premium product and you can see it's supposed to have a lot of experiments and stuff so unfortunately this site's a little bit closer to 5 products and the Q4 is not as the curve is something completely changed out there so it's still telling me that the curve is always the same process first honestly so we might do this so this looking forward to harvesting
We're being
Fiber cloth, which is a first. A USB 3.0 cable. We then have the power adapter and a power cable as well. That's everything that we get inside the box. We then have three parts for the stand. So there's the main arm here, which will attach to the back. And this has a threaded holder on top for your light or your webcam. It's also got some nice ROG branding and a cable management hole for us to feed our cables through. And when it comes to fitting it, it's very similar to the other monitors that we have from ROG. So it's a simple one-click install by clicking the arm onto the back. Then there's the base, which has this nice new compact design compared to what we've seen before. So it's a flat base rather than having metal feet sticking out, which makes a nice change. And this centerpiece actually spins, so you can rotate the monitor without needing to move the entire base. And there's even a slot here for sitting your phone in. If we flip this over, it's got some rubber feet on the bottom to stop it sliding around on your desk. And then fitting it is a case of slotting this onto the bottom of the arm and using a little screw underneath to attach it. And if we stand this up, we can now do the honours. And here it is. Oh man, this looks absolutely awesome. I've always been a huge fan of OLED monitors, but to finally see a glossy WOLED screen is so good. But before we take a closer look at the screen, let me show you around the back. If you've seen any previous ROG gaming monitors, you'll notice this looks very similar. It's got this cyberpunk-inspired design with a bulky centre where all of the internals are, and the incredibly thin panel surrounding that. It's got a huge ROG logo on the back, which you can change the colour of or turn it off completely. And then we've got the usual ROG branding back here as well, including this new addition to the rear of the stand. I actually think this looks a lot cleaner than before. Now with this design of the monitor, it's something that you'll either love or hate, so it's certainly got a gaming vibe going on. It's just a shame that you'll never actually see it once you push it up against the wall. And at the bottom here, we have the control sticker. And you've got it. If you want to use the plan here through the settings, so we've got a power port, a headphone jack, 2 HDMI ports, 1 DisplayPort 1.4, a USB Type-B, and 2 USB 3.2 Type-A ports. It is worth mentioning though that the HDMI ports are HDMI 2.0 and not HDMI 2.1. I know that's something that's probably surprised you, but I'll explain more on that later. As for the design and style, the first thing you'll notice is how thin the screen is. Like, it is really thin at the top. It's very similar to the previous OLEDs that we've had before. Now, the frame of the screen is thin, but it still has some slightly thicker bezels around the screen itself. So you're still going to be getting those black borders regardless of the content that you watch. Then underneath the screen, there's this notch containing the red ROG logo. Now, this is something that we have gotten used to over the last few years. But what's great is, if you don't like that red glow, you can actually turn this off in the settings. Obviously, you'll still have the notch, but I think it looks a lot nicer and cleaner with no light on at all. And 2024 must be the year of hexagonal or square stands, as they've also gone for one of these flat bases over the metal feet. One huge advantage to this over the metal feet is it takes up far less room on your desk, and there's even a little slot here for your phone clip as a movement where it can move up and down, which is nice and slim. You can have it upright if you wanted to. It will then tilt all up and down, and it will rotate as well. And what's great about the rotation is not only can you move it left and right on the stand, it's got this little dial around the arm that allows you to line up perfectly back in the middle. Now, although most of today's video will be showing this monitor on the provided stand, ROG have also sent me their Ergo monitor arm as well. It comes with a clamp that attaches to the desk and screws into the base. And the arm gives you full flexibility to lift it off the desk and move it around. The design is pretty similar to the monitor, so it fits right in. If you've seen any of my previous monitors, you'll know that I much prefer using the monitor arm than the provided stands. You don't use any monitor arm. You use this provided vest bracket that comes in the box. Right, so are you ready to see how nice this glossy OLED looks? I've been genuinely really excited to show this off to you since I shared some early photos of it last week. Okay, so it's packing a 27-inch 1440p OLED panel, which is ROG's 3rd Gen OLED tech. Now, ROG have confirmed this also brings us a 20% boost in brightness over the PG27NQDM. So that is a really nice increase thanks to the compact custom piece that it's got. Now, this puts the brightness at around 440 nits SDR and around 1050 nits HDR on a 2% window. So it's glossy brightness that QD OLEDs we've seen recently, which is one of the first things I noticed. And when viewing it when you can manage the lights, this is absolutely fitting, and it's a step up from last one. This feature offers a portrait of course like glossy screen, and this is the first for us. Seeing some semi-glossy OLEDs, it's got that addition such as red blacks. Well, I can say that the finish on this screen is glossy and it looks so good. When we quickly talk about the pros or advantages of this glossy screen, firstly the colour design. Obviously that's also thanks to the 99% DCI P3 colour family that is behind the Honeywell 50GHz got display HDR true black rating of 6, which means the black levels on the screen are near perfect. Because it's glossy, it means the blacks are black. They aren't muddy or rays like we might see on the QD OLEDs. Like if you look here, you can see how it is practically jet black. So yeah, if you're wondering if this screen actually performs like a glossy OLED, the answer is it definitely does. Now of course there is one disadvantage to a glossy screen, which is something worth considering, and that is its risk of reflections in your room. I don't think it's a huge issue, and usually it's a factor in any lights or rooms that might be similar reflections. Of course, how you look at the let's rotate the screen on 40 towards you. Games or content you cannot consume at night. Better than the SDR, but it's the preference of the press. I was going to watch Now, of course, I would primarily use this monitor for gaming. After all, that's what it's designed for. But in terms of what gaming features it's packing, it's a 1440p screen with a 240Hz refresh rate. Now, I would rather this was a 4K screen, but at 27 inches, a 1440p really is enough for most games. In fact, according to Steam, most gamers are still using 1080p movies, with 1440p coming in second. Now, I've been using this on both my PS5 and Xbox Series X laptops. Just that glossy OLED finish is giving me a better, non-heavy image, and it's just really sharp and really clear. And also, can we talk about just how much people have OLED finish is the precious which is how it is on the side of the screen. So the reflections we want to tell so just demonstrating how much you get great response to the zero colors through this active fader. This is the exclusive on this monitor, which is also reducing refresh rates. This is a little rare towards the opposite, so games do suffer from. It's screens look close damaging. By the way, I want to give you quite a lot to protect it. If you see the way they suit OLED care settings, this gives us features like pixel cleaning, screen move, and OLED brightness adjustment. It can also create a pixel healing pixel expert. These features are very important to Glossy coating for the clarity and black levels that some crave. What we're looking at here is a variant of the 27-inch 1440p 240Hz WOLEDs that started hitting the market early last year. This isn't just a straight swap that's started going full out glossy. This is a whole generation of LG technology. So, images. That's it's expensive images. It's next to most it's pretty similar to the previous Gta5 It's going to imitate instead of the full 240Hz. This would have been a good opportunity to provide HDMI 2.1. There's also a 2-port USB hub, but no USB-C input or KVM switch functionality. The OSD is a pretty standard affair, controlled through a directional toggle behind the ROG logo on the front. Inside you'll find ASUS's typical range of features, including various color modes and controls, a blue light filter, shadow boosting, and various game settings like an FPS counter, crosshairs, and sniper mode. For OLED care features, we get a screensaver, screen shift, and auto logo dimming, in addition to cleaning modes. The big reason people will be interested in the Gta5 AQDMG is its glossy screen coating. This is the only WOLED-based monitor on the market right now with a glossy finish. All other WOLEDs I'm aware of are either TVs or use a matte finish. Preferring glossy over matte, it's subjective and it will depend on your usage environment and preferences, but it's great to actually get choice here, instead of being forced to use matte or having to deal with the poor glossy coating and panel composition you get with QD OLEDs. The Gta5 AQDMG's glossy coating is not identical to what you get with an LG WOLED TV, at least the C2 that I have, but it gets pretty close. Both produce mirror-like reflections and preserve deep blacks, but the TV coating on the C2 does an even better job at minimizing spill and diffusion from light sources reflecting off the panel. The XG monitor's coating is slightly less clear and slightly more diffuse in how it reflects light, while remaining well within the glossy category. LG TVs, in my opinion, have an excellent glossy coating, while the Gta5 AQDMG is a small step down from that level. Compared to today's 27-inch QD-OLED panels, I'd say this WOLED panel's glossy coating is mostly superior. In brighter rooms, it does a much better job of preserving deep OLED-level blacks without reflecting ambient light, so in many more conditions the screen looks blacker and richer. In darker environments, there's little difference between the two. However, reflection handling is worse than with the QD-OLED panels, so when you do get defined reflections, they are typically brighter on the WOLED side, while appearing muted and less visible on a QD-OLED. I'd still give this new WOLED the edge overall, but in some cases a QD-OLED could reduce reflections depending on the positioning of light sources. Compared to previous WOLED monitors with a matte finish, this glossy coating is going to really satisfy those that love the benefits of glossy finishes. Far less light diffusion, giving a generally richer appearance in bright and dim environments, provided reflections can be minimized. And as there's no coating grain, the glossy finish has superior clarity in all conditions. The downside to going glossy is its mirror finish, which has a tendency to reflect yourself and your surrounds in brighter rooms when viewing darker content. In contrast, matte finishes will diffuse this light, making reflections less distracting. As for which option is best overall, I don't think there's a right and wrong answer here. It's going to depend on what you like and what you want to preference. I think this is a great coating, but I don't agree with some glossy fans that say matte monitors are trash. It's still a good solution for cutting out reflections in bright rooms. Among the glossy coatings, I think this is the most versatile for use in a range of conditions, and most gamers should be happy with it. This newer 27-inch WOLED panel uses the same sub-pixel structure as its predecessor and other 1440p class panels, meaning it's still RWBG. The glossy coating makes text a small amount clearer, but the issues with text clarity still remain, and we've talked about them previously with similar WOLED panels. The non-standard layout can cause some blurring and shadowing for fine elements like text. I don't think it looks very good, and it's a noticeable downgrade over an LCD for text quality. I also find that relative to QD OLEDs at the same size and resolution, the WOLED subpixel text blurriness looks worse than the color fringing you get from QD OLED's triangle RGB subpixel structure. In simple terms, LCD looks better than QD OLED, which looks better than WOLED for text. ASUS do have a feature that attempts to compensate for this called Clear Pixel Edge, but from my experience with this monitor and previous ASUS WOLEDs, this feature doesn't improve text clarity and if anything makes text slightly blurrier. Combined with the risk of permanent burn-in, this type of WOLED panel isn't well suited to desktop use or productivity work. You shouldn't be concerned about burn-in, or the subpixel layout for that matter, when using OLED for content consumption, like watching videos or playing games. But if you have the same elements on screen for a long period of time, like say the toolbar in an application, that will likely burn in over time, which is why I don't recommend OLED as a productivity monitor. As for burn-in warranty, ASUS are matching other major manufacturers by offering a 3-year warranty that covers panel burn-in as explicitly stated on ASUS's website. This gives buyers some peace of mind for the first 3 years, although with recent ASUS issues around warranties, it's hard to trust this to any significant degree. ASUS aren't alone in being difficult when it comes to warranties though, and support varies between regions. Response time performance is excellent on this 240Hz WOLED monitor, as it is for other OLED displays that we've tested so far. OLED offers lightning-fast response times around the 0.3 millisecond mark at its maximum 240Hz refresh rate, and that leads to fantastic motion clarity. OLEDs also maintain the same performance at all refresh rates, so even when testing at 120 or 60 Hz, we see similar results in the 0.3 millisecond range. This is a nice benefit for variable refresh rate gamers that results in a single overdrive mode experience. In contrast, many LCDs typically perform worse at lower refresh rates relative to their maximum refresh. The major limiting factor to OLED motion performance right now is the refresh rate itself. As a sample and hold monitor, OLEDs do still have some blur in fast motion scenes, and the level of blur depends on the refresh rate. At 240Hz, clarity is superb, but it's not quite as clear as the fastest OLEDs of today that reach 360 or even 480Hz. And when running the display closer to 60Hz, clarity is reduced simply because the refresh rate is reduced, even though response time performance is basically identical at 240 and 60Hz. Still, having such fast response times gives OLED a noticeable advantage over a slower response time LCD running at the same refresh rate. There is effectively no difference in response time performance between this WOLED and other OLED monitors, including QD OLED variants. This means motion clarity is identical when the refresh rate is the same. However, OLEDs are much faster than even the fastest LCDs I've tested, and this is true whether we look at best performance or average performance across the refresh rate range. Not only are OLEDs fast, but they also have no overshoot artifacts, which can be an issue with some LCD models. When viewing cumulative deviation results, we can see that OLEDs get much closer to ideal response time behavior, and in most cases offer performance an order of magnitude better in this metric than LCDs. In practice, this leads to around a 1.5 times advantage in clarity at a given refresh rate, so 240Hz W OLEDs like the Gta5 AQDMG offer a similar experience to 360Hz LCDs. The only displays with clearly superior clarity are LCDs that offer elite backlight strobing, a feature that comes with its own set of limitations, like incompatibility with variable refresh rates. Now, ASUS do offer a version of backlight strobing with this monitor, ELMB, though as it's an OLED it's more black frame insertion. ELMB on this OLED is very restrictive as it only works at a fixed 120Hz, no other refresh rates are supported, and there's no tuning ability. This is because at 120Hz with ELMB, the monitor is effectively running at 240Hz, just showing every second frame as black. The need for tuning is less on an OLED as there's no difference in clarity between the top and bottom of the screen, as the strobe is perfectly synced across the display, but you can't tune the strobe length, which typically would adjust clarity and brightness. At 120Hz using ELMB does look clearer than not using ELMB, but the implementation is far from perfect. As this is simply showing a black frame every second frame, the non-black image frames have a long strobe length, the length of each refresh cycle, which does lead to some blur relative to a well-strobed LCD that typically would produce a much shorter, sharper pulse. A short image pulse with a long black cycle produces the best image clarity, but this OLED really isn't capable of doing this. All it's doing is running its normal refresh cycle and switching between an image frame and black frame. The end result is that the ELMB mode at 120Hz looks similar, maybe a little clearer than 240Hz without BFI, while being much more restrictive. You have to sacrifice VRR and HDR, the brightness output is lower, and it requires running games at a fixed 120 FPS. It's a nice bonus feature, but I personally wouldn't use it, and it's not able to deliver the crystal clear output of the best backlight strobed LCDs like the ASUS PG248QP. ASUS are also offering a feature called OLED anti-flicker to combat variable refresh rate flicker in rare scenarios. I was hoping this would be some clever tweak to improve OLED performance during high frame rate fluctuations and stutters, which is usually the trigger for flicker. All it actually does is nerf the VRR range. With setting off, the monitor uses a 40 to 240Hz range with low frame rate compensation, giving us an effective VRR range of 0 to 240Hz. With anti-flicker on middle, the variable refresh range is drastically to just 160 to 240Hz, and on super.
I got this really quick before the video starts. I'll just remind you to wait for like 3 hours to get good, so let's see. I got this really quick before the video starts. I'll just remind you as usual to use code RS 3 times. Ready? No, it's getting it out here because I'm not dying and losing this. I just got out first yet, so I'm gonna have to risk it over the third party. Give me a short minute. Mammoth will do, that'll do for now. That'll do for now. My hands are sweaty, dude.
Ten tips and tricks. You can improve your setup's aesthetics, upgrade your PC's performance, and add a bit of functionality as well, all without having to spend even a penny. That's right, everything in this video is absolutely free. If you don't have a dedicated spot in your setup to charge your devices, then you're gonna love today's sponsor, SharkGeek. SharkGeek has a wide variety of portable chargers with an exquisite appearance, like the Retro 67W, which resembles the original Macintosh PC. But check this out, once you plug it in, you get this matrix effect on the display, which is pretty freaking cool. The charger has multiple USB-C ports, each with a dynamic power distribution to handle the power outputs for up to 3 devices at the same time, up to 67 watts. But if you require more power, get a load of this guy, the Storm 2, a cyberpunk-themed transparent fuel rig with a massive 25,600 mAh capacity. With a 100-watt PD fast charging protocol, the Storm 2 can fast charge 3 of your devices at the same time. So it also has an intelligent IP, so that visualizes the battery life, output distribution, body temperature, and DC voltage, and then clear
We've
showing you the whole process of charging. And just for our subscribers, you guys can get a discount off the Retro 2 and the 35-watt charger by visiting our link down below. Alright, back to the video. I think we all agree that the center point of all setups are the monitors. It's usually the first thing that you notice when you look at a setup. So it only makes sense to maintain that focus so that the monitors complement everything else in your setup. So one of the things you can do if you're running multiple monitors like me is to make sure that they are installed in the correct orientation. You do this outside. If the bezel is towards the monitor, you are blocking access to the joystick menu. While we are focused on the monitors, it's important to keep a clean desktop so that you can find your applications a lot easier. If a ton of games installed on your PC, also known as one game custom launch pads for games that are standalone and don't have a specific launcher. Another simple feature that surprisingly a lot of people don't know about is including a taskbar on all your extra monitors. This will simply clean up your desktop as the taskbar will only show up on your primary display. To configure this, right-click on your desktop and click on Display Settings. Then click on the display that you use the most and select the option that says Make Display
Are you joking me? If you're using Windows 10, download Smart X. I'll list all of these down below if you guys are interested. Once you're at the GitHub website, click on the release link on the right side and download the latest version. Then click File and install it. Once you open it up, make sure to click on the following options. And the size of the giant water. On your page, you can set a theme, and personally, I like going with a transparent theme, so the bar doesn't.
You're fine, right? Sure.
Totally up to you. After you finish up the setup process, the drop down bar will appear in just a few seconds. Now, without boring you guys to death going over all the little things you can do here, I'll just go over a few. Setup is a button switch from Amazon that costs $9. I actually mentioned this in the video itself while I was building my wife for setup, but the cool thing about this switch is that the cable is long enough to where you can install this in right Lastly, let's give your PC a little bit of performance boost, because after all, the PC is what powers your entire setup. There are a lot of options that you can disable that will drastically speed up your PC, and in most cases give you extra FPS in games. I actually tested this myself by running a benchmark in Cyberpunk 2077, so check this out. Before all the changes, I got 83.42 FPS and 1440p in bunch of settings. After the changes, I got a 14.34 FPS increase just by changing a few settings in Windows. The first thing I recommend is to close any apps that you don't want your PC to load when you boot up your system. This will not only get you to the desktop faster, but it will reduce the amount of resources used in the background. Right-click on your taskbar and go into your task manager. Click on the Start Apps tab on the left
and disable all the apps that you don't need when your PC boots up by right-clicking and selecting Disable. Next, we're going to disable all the services that we don't use to free up additional resources. Hit the Windows key on your keyboard once again and type in msconfig to bring up the system configuration. Click on the Services tab and make sure to check the option below that says Hide all Microsoft services, because we do need those on. Then simply just go down the list and uncheck the services that you don't need or use, and then once you're done, just hit Apply and OK. If you haven't already, change the power plan right now. Hit the Windows key and type in Power Plan. Make sure that High Performance is selected, and in some cases, you might see Ultimate Performance. If you do see that, make sure that's selected instead. Xbox Game Bar is also another app that's supported to slow down your system. And it's a good idea to disable it, especially if you don't use any of its features. After hitting the Windows button, search for Game Bar controller settings and make sure that it's disabled. And lastly, when you're gaming, I highly recommend enabling gaming mode. This will prevent apps from using resources in the background, like Windows updates, driver installs, and more. With these changes, I was able to get 14 more FPS in Cyberpunk, which is wild. I know that most of these frames came from switching the power plan because the GPU is drawing more power, technically, but the other settings...
Imagine this. You're at the store. Well, oh. A trial, and start with this spring. Were you really cutting toward my face? Oh, see some pros.
If you're joining the PS5 family,
Welcome back to Monitors Unboxed. So, you just bought a new gaming monitor and you want to know how to set it up properly to ensure you're getting the most out of it. Well, you've come to the right place, because today I'm going to go over the best way to set up a monitor, some neat tricks to ensure everything is working, and a few tips based on my experience testing hundreds of gaming monitors.
Alright guys, really quick before the video starts, I just want to remind you appreciate it, and yeah, that's it. Alright guys, we are pushing it. We gotta get a game quick, because I'm not all the way out. It's getting late, and I'm about to miss a daily upload. We cannot do that, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't put any negativity out there, but I am so trash at Fortnite. I gotta stop saying that. Now we gotta watch it. I've been playing for like 3 hours getting go, so let's do this. Just not really playing good. I almost want to drop it. That's why we can't be dropping it. It's free damage. You have to have it. Everybody else has it. If you don't, you're kind of just giving your charge. I did it. You don't know that. But you just put yourself at a disadvantage. You gotta use it. Because even if you're better than the players, if they can get that free like 90 to 100.
Let's try this one. The Egyptian love. Treat your woman right.
And the wall-head one, keyboard, mouse, and headphones.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not bored of
Enough. I need to know.
That's always
Big W as well.
I still wait to be to a spade too. I still wait to be to a spade too. Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay.
But I'm a teenager. I am.
Teenager.
Ah.
Dickhead. Shut up, fat fuck! Let's go,
What's wrong with her now? Good to go. From 60 to 0 in like 2 seconds. I don't go ruining my work playing backseat whiskey. These tires are hardcore.
This chick's balance actually.
Now that's a custom job.
This thing, I haven't touched the thing in years. Alright, yes. He's in here. He's being a rat. I don't even blame him. I think Bro knows what he has. He's well aware of what he has. Oh, it's not him. What is this guy? Oh, this is sketchy. So sketchy. He's in here. I don't know where though. Where is he?
Yes.
San Andreas is a freaking death trap.
If it isn't my creepy silent friend. Okay, my friend. I'll take care of the LSPD. Leave it to me.
What can the best mechanic in LS do for you?
I wish it was more, but that's life. You always wish you had more. It's just what it is. That's the guy that sniped me. Remember him? Oh, what a full circle road right here. That's the dude who freaking sniped me in the dome, I think. I'm pretty sure. No, it is, for sure. We know it is. He doesn't know. He doesn't know his name. I love this gun, brother. I love it. It's so freaking good. Oh my god, what a play. Oh my lord, that was such a good game. Last game I got destroyed off the spawn. I respawn, I go back to the same kid, I get destroyed again. Then I actually try to play safe and survive, and guess what? The same kid ends up fighting me and destroying me, so that was a crappy game, but I don't even care. I don't even care. Just the fact that I found the end candidate is just, like, that's amazing. I can't believe it. I was just talking about that in yesterday's video. I think it was yesterday's video. Maybe the day before. I was just talking about that. You know, I hadn't found it forever.
Should be running better than that.
Please let him talk. No. I mean, I did this in just 1 minute.
Careful of bombs.
I was getting scared. I was starting to get bored. I'm really gonna fail the game. It's like 5 days ago. And it's fast. Wait, that's actually
You agreed to make some shit. Conservative
asshole. No way. That is best.
Quick! You need to get to the warehouse, now! The same cops you've been paying off are about to try and steal all your product. You need to stop them.
It's easier to hear. I mean, what did I just say? It's easier to hear when it's on the picture.
It's over? Hey, great. I don't want to be Mr.
Sometimes I take Fortnite players like, how did that person do sucks. Yeah, I really don't think that's what they should do. I'm so confused. Like, I'm not killing, I'm not killing. The hammer sucks. Oh my god, the hammer sucks. They nerfed it. I think they nerfed the hammer. This thing is just disgusting. I just don't love that thing. It's not good anymore. What happened? I'm not even taking a head for that. Like, I have no problem admitting that I'm making mistakes, but that blue, the hammer did not use it. How do I end a video on a stupid note like that? Like, how do I get shot for that moment? I don't know how that just happened, but it's fine. We're gonna bring it up and let's. You guys don't even understand the definition of a sword right now. I'm actually drenched. Like, my room is so hot because of my AC. It's not even that hot outside. Like, you know, just, it's bad. It's so, oh my god, I can never drenched. I'm gonna try this fire. I'm gonna try this thing. Dude, imagine. I don't know when we're gonna run that game get ever, but next time it happens, I'm gonna do my best to get like the cleanest, most perfect game ever. sounds like a game, don't get me wrong, but when you have grinded something like office calls, that would be crazy. Imagine I'm not scarred over his chest, or I'm not dedicated to it. Actually, I guarantee you actually, that's not true, because you always get sniped in the kill, like I did, it does. So, fine. Oh, yeah, actually, I know this. Oh, wait, what? Why do those difference on here? Why did I get footsteps? Interesting. Alright. Something wrong. That's kind of spooky, I still it's like really raw like that. There's all weird. It makes sense. If I just maybe I probably couldn't come through it. That little bar. Yep. I think we should have it. Even think I haven't gone through this. Also, has anyone, I think I already asked this, and I think I got my answer, but I can't get it. Has anybody seen the MK? It's comes out of your chest down to the MK. I really want to feel that again. We need to get it again. It's an easier place to do it. I don't think you can. I'm not 99% sure you can do it. Chuck jumping, like, people used to a lot. Bro, come on, get through that. Really? This dude's lost to a bot, an actual bot, like an actual AI. Bro. How did you do that? Oh my god, I'm starting to smell the stench from, oh my god, it's oh wow. Oh, it's dead right there. Oh yeah, she was gone. Jeez, that was fun. That was a fun day. Good day, you freaking finding the NK. Alright guys, make sure you use code BALLS. Shop for this graphics know how to escape it is so tragic. If you do, use the code. Alright, well, let's like 10 times already, and I just got to go through every time. It's bad. The game mode's not bad, but people are really good at it for some reason. I don't know why. Bro, fuck off. I'm saying this those flats, those flat skins. It's actually making me mad that I ever put that thing ever. But yeah, I just can't tell my words. The VHS, seriously. Lateral AR, getting that. So I don't really know how this works, but as you level up, like, you So this thing I was getting killed by like sweaty little alerts that I just happened to me and just don't care. Yeah, that's it. Wait, honestly, I did. See, it's one of these ones. I think it's one of the small issue of your stage one anyway, but I'm just thinking the blackjack was from chapter 4. I know the blackjack was the living before. Okay, well, we can get this llama. I don't give a shit about that anyway.
What miracle did you want me to perform? You should be running better than ever.
What is this? Oh, shit. Oh, wait, oh, this thing. Oh, this thing nuts. Right. That's actually really nice. It's pretty too sweaty. This thing's going around the hills. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, this is crazy. Fuck. There's no way I missed that. I'm getting deported. I get demonetized.
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some wheels? It's coming at you. All right, I'll get back to work.
Please move, friend. I appreciate you. Go ahead.
And like specifically trying to do the day. I don't know like how to explain this to make any sense, but there's something extremely fun about taking like semi-serious and just like super good about everybody's life with each other. Okay. No. Unacceptable. How many times I shoot fuck? Dude. Oh my god, the fuck is so garbage. Holy cow, that is one thing I forgot about in Fortnite. It says shotguns do 0 damage. A saving wireless after this game is shotgun and no damage. Oh yeah, when you take the game serious, don't take it serious at battle. I feel like you can take it serious in like a competitive way. It's hard. That's a problem. I'm sorry, folks. Specifically, it's harder. Promise. Let's get a little spies real quick. Actually, I take it. That's how trash the pump is. This guy's trying to run away. I think I better get back. I'm ready to take off the camera. Like, I start using it to post. I don't know if it was for money or like just for money, but like, I might just post something. So I'll leave a little in the description. I'll probably put something right here and I'll list the money stuff here and I'll have links and those things. You can check it out if you want.
Alright, stop tripping, Oof. Talk to you later, Oof. Hope you safe.
What the fuck? I'm gonna be late!